invest in what you love. I love business. I love real estate. I mean, I really love it. I own this building here. And I love gold and silver. So I invest in what I love. Most people say, do what you love, but I rather invest in what I love. But I love being an entrepreneur. I love investing. It's like Shark Tank to me. I'm always looking at new businesses, new deals. It's just a game like this. When you look at the financial statement, that's like your scorecard. It's like your golf scorecard is your financial statement. But as you know, our schools teach us nothing about financial statements. Only lazy people use their own money. And that's because I have spent much of my life raising capital. Today you have crowdfunding and all that stuff. But the reason I had to learn to raise money was because I had no money. And so if you read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, in there, my rich dad always said, never say, I can't afford it. And it was my rich dad and many of my teachers subsequent to that said, lazy people always say, I can't afford it. I don't have the money. That's why they're poor. They have a poor mindset. So instead of figuring out how to raise money, it's just really easy to be a loser. And I call losers. It pisses them off. Because we all have the power, if we wanted to not be poor if we learned how to raise money. So the reason I say only lazy people use their own money is because it takes much more intelligence to raise capital. And so I've never been able, ever since my rich dad, as a little boy, my rich dad forbade me from ever saying, I can't afford it. He says, figure out how you can afford it. How can you do something? Figure out how you can do something. So over my lifetime, most of the projects I've started, I've never had any money. I like not having money because it forces me to think. I get creative. I have to educate myself. I have to talk to rich guys. How'd you do this? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? And what has happened to me, I just turned 72. I've never needed money because if I need money, I figure out how to raise it. So today you guys have crowdfunding and all that. I don't know what that stuff is, but it's easy to say I can't afford it. All the poor people say I can't afford it. All the poor people say, well, it's tax the rich. All the poor people are saying, well, give me a free education, free food, free schooling, free manicures, free pedicures. There's laziness. Why did I say only lazy people use their own money? Because lazy people always say I can't afford it. I can't do it. It's easy to say that. And that's why they're poor. It's harder to go raise $1 million than to say I can't afford it.
When I was a kid, they said I was retarded. They stood me in the corner with a dunce cap. People know what a dunce cap is. And if I turned around, they put me in a closet. Kept me there 4, 5, 6 hours. I urinated on myself until my parents came to pick me up. Now just imagine if that had happened to you. But I used it. It's not what happens to you in life. It's how you interpret what happens. I made it make me stronger, tougher, smarter. Most people would just collapse. When I played football, American football, Coach Roy J., may he roast in hell wherever he is, he says, Pena, you're so slow you ought to wear the other team's jersey. You're such a poor athlete, put the other team's jersey on. Good for us. But I kept on going, hitting that line. When they have the tackling exercise, one guy in the middle, and everybody just, I was that guy every day. If that had happened to you, I know what you do. Some of you would have committed suicide. 2 or 3 of you have asked me either privately, on one-on-one, or during the breaks, I was thinking about going into such and such, but I don't really know anything about such and such. How can I do it? Remember, I knew not enough about the oil and gas business to fill the top of that pen. I knew less than. And by anybody's imagination or statistics or benchmarks, I was super successful. And as I said earlier a couple days ago, now, unfortunately, I know a lot about the industry. And I haven't made any money in it in a number of years. I wonder, I haven't. Because now I look at the deals, the ratio between gas and oil and this and that and supply and demand. And now I'm an expert. I've made a dime in it in 10, 15 years. Because now I look at it the wrong way. I look at it, even though I don't do spreadsheets, I look at it in the spreadsheet manner. And you can always come up with a reason why not to do something.